2, 1. Hello everyone, Mirage here, bringing you another game from the Competitive Edition tournament. This time we're on Game 3 between Kamash and Talisman. Kamash will be our US Forces player on the right-hand side, facing Talisman, who will be our Overcommando West player on the left-hand side of Kolodny Firma. As for builds, we got one Volksgrenadier squad arriving on the field, followed up by a Kubo wagon, while Kamash is going with double rifles. Unless he really wants to go mortar early game, or spam rear echelon, but I don't think we'll be seeing that. Meanwhile, we got wire going down near the center. We'll be stopping that. We're stopping the use of that heavy cover. Volksgrenadier is going to be moving to capture up in the north. Kubo wagon could be moving down south. Has been rallied point down to the south. As for our commanders, Talisman has special operations, Luftwaffe ground forces, and scavenge doctrine. Meanwhile, Kamash has heavy cavalry, mechanized, and recon support. Rear echelon moving down to the south. Riflemen may be moving into the church and deciding where they want to go next. Kubo wagon, where are you? Moving down to south, capturing your tactical points. Good. Certain pioneers will be moving on to the munitions down south. Could see a cutoff push early on. Riflemen are actually moving forward. Another Volksgrenadier squad is coming up. Not sure what the Stern Pioneers are waiting for. I guess they're just waiting for someone to come around the hedge. Alright, cutoff is being attacked. Kubo now moving to capture the VP. Riflemen did manage to get that decap. They won't cap any further. Volksgrenadiers could move back in. Stern Pioneers going to go around the hedge and get these rear echelon. Actually, are they going to pursue? Now they're pursuing. Rear echelon probably going to lose this, or we lost a member. Alright, they do manage to take out one Stern Pioneer model, but they do lose another model in the process. Cutoff is now being attacked by the Overcommando West, trading cutoffs. So Riflemen are capturing up the munitions. Got Volks placing sandbags to protect the point and give them some cover. Riflemen are moving up. Stern Pioneers are going to take position behind the heavy cover, but we got another Rifleman squad moving down from the north. Kubo is here to provide some fire support. Our Stern Pioneers are in a very bad position. All these units will be forced to pull back. Meanwhile, Volksgrenadier is going to move forward and get into that church. More Volks have arrived. More rifles are on the way, going 4 rifles. Could see Captain coming up. Not sure if we're going to see our Dodge truck, even though he has, what, 3 of these? Rifles attempt to charge the Volks in heavy cover, but will be forced back. Immediately pulls them out after losing 1 model. Doesn't want to take any bleed. Overcommando West now moving up, moving to order munitions. Another Volk squad. 4 Volks versus 4 rifles. Of course, we got the Stern Pioneer squad. 1 rear echelon. Any tech coming out for a US Forces player? We do have the LT tech now coming online. Kubo wagon moving to invade the cutoff. Should be able to get the decap before anyone counteracts. Our Riflemen are moving up.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Point has been decapped. No capture is going off. No, if he did capture, it would delay resecuring this point down south a lot easier. Volksgrenadier is going to jump into this building, but I think the rifles are eventually going to outshoot them. Heavy cover is better than garrison cover, unless you're within 10 meters of the heavy cover. Light rifles being forced away. One squad almost at half health. Probably going to start dropping models as soon as someone shoots at them. Meanwhile, Volksgrenadier is here, capturing on the right-hand side. Cutoff is being resecured by these riflemen. Shootout going here. Eventually, the Volks are going to lose. They only got 1 rifle, but Volks are coming in for the flank. Target is being enveloped here, or trying to be enveloped. Rifles will jump in. No, Volks will jump into that building, but unfortunately, there's only 1 window on this side, so that will really hurt the engagement. I don't even think they're focusing on this rifle squad. They're focusing on the squad here. LT will reveal himself. These riflemen are taking heavy damage. More windows they're exposed to more windows. Down to one model, we'll pull back out. LT is here, shooting into the one window. These Volks are probably going to trade aid in the building. Need to pull that two-man Volk squad out, however. Mechanized truck has also been placed. Go and see the upgrades likely coming up for the Ober Commando West in the form of their assault rifles. Not sure if he really wants to close in. More riflemen are moving up, however, to support this. Gonna need see some reinforcements from Talisman move up. Could see the Kubo move up and provide fire support, which it's doing now. Folks are pulling back. M20 is arriving. And the riflemen are just doing what they can. We'll be pushing on to that cutoff, looks most likely. Gonna see a response here. Not sure what Talisman, he may build looks. We'll need some reinforcement, get some assault rifles, and start pushing these riflemen back. Stormbinders have gone south, they're planting mines. M20 is on the field, we don't have any anti-tank for Ober Commando West just yet. M7 mine has been placed. We'll slow down vehicles when it hits it and cause 30 damage, but it's not that deadly.
Our resource sector has been cut off from our supply chain.
Folks are not focusing on the rear echelon in the open, they're actually facing that direction. You go to attack command. M20 is here. Kubo immediately backs out. Folks now moving up here. A lot of them. Looks is coming onto the field. We got Panzer Shrek on our Stern Pioneers. We'll provide some light anti-tank support. Any other upgrades coming on for our Volks? No assault rifles. Waiting for that Looks to make the push. Our OKW is losing all their map control. They're waiting for this thing. Also needs to be careful with that M20. There could be M20 mines being planted. Looks is moving into the center most likely. Rifleman taking heavy damage here. Looks is also opening up, forcing the rifleman back. There's that M7 mine, but it's only going to slow the thing slightly. Panzer Shrek is here for the Stern Pioneers. We'll smoke out. No skirts purchased. We'll get one shot on that M20, forcing it back. Oh! Oh, jeez. Looks gets abandoned. Needs to get that repaired ASAP. That's a major loss for Talisman there. He ran over that mine. Gonna need repairs on that. He needs something to get it. Or just throw some models in, and so it's going to be forced to be killed off. A Greyhound has now arrived, and could see this Looks be stolen. Faust does get fired off, but probably gonna lose that Volksgrenadier. Big push here. Two Volk squads could go down. They're running for their lives. Was Fausted by the Volk, so it won't be stolen. Our riflemen are taking heavy damage because they're standing out in the middle of the open, down to two models. And we have very low health squads here. Panzer Shrek Sturm squad moving around the battlefield. Riflemen going to jump into the church hold positions there. Volks are finally recapturing up on the map. We'll begin moving north. MG34 deploying. Feels not looking good for Talisman. He lost his Looks way too early. He needed to make a push, but he got killed off by landmines. Greyhound is going to hit a mine. We'll get that repaired thanks to his vehicle crews, but still, we also got Panzerfaust and a Shrek coming up. Riflemen are here to support. 50 cal will do some damage, as well 37 millimeter. Rifleman standing out in the open, going to take heavy damage. Volk squad down on the 5 models, very low health. M8 still trying to run out there. LT's probably going to be forced to pull back. Folks do have the advantage at long range, even with that BAR. Volley fire is going to be used to suppress these Stern Pioneers. We'll miss with that shot. Stern Pioneers will be forced to pull back. LT actually goes down, drops a BAR. That's going to be a minor victory there. Going to make the OKW infantry stronger. Battle group headquarters is actually going up. Kubo is still alive, capturing up on the map, but we got more Greyhounds coming out. And it's being upgraded with armored skirts, and we still have no anti-tank for Oberkommando West except for this one Panzerschreck.
We're losing a capture point.
A lot of riflemen here. Won't be able to get upgrades, even if they wanted to. Even if they had weapon racks, all the munitions are going into the Greyhounds. No Raketten Warfare either. That's going to hurt, especially with the battle group headquarters coming online. He's going to need to buy medics. We'll get the decap on the munitions. I could lose the squad here. Kubo's going to attempt the run. Sturm Shreks are moving up. We'll miss with his first shot. Still, we'll drive it back at least. Over Commando West setting up more defense. Got BARs and assault rifles coming up. Faust goes off and hits the M20. Gives the Volks more experience, however they're very low health. Riflemen can now move up and vehicle crews are going to fix those M8s. Could see a Panzerschreck. We'll hit that M8 and force it off. Better Pioneers coming up. May see more Panzerschrecks come online. They're going to force away these light vehicles. Capture has been completed as they shouted out. Volksgrenadiers can move on to the cutoff and resecure, however. More Commando West is sitting right outside the base with both trucks. M8 coming in with the 50 cal. Shrek misses. May need to see a Raketten to support. Volksgrenadiers forced away. More Panzerschrecks likely going to be coming online. But however, that means no sweeping abilities. Double M8s here going to start ripping into this building. Sturms are likely going to jump in there, get their Panzerschreck online and force the vehicles away. We'll get into that building. M8s won't be able to engage now. Meanwhile, Volksgrenadiers are moving around the battlefield. Still moving around the battlefield, moving down south, need to secure. Or Commando West territory is not looking that great, especially since they lost their looks very early on to that M20 mine. If he didn't lose that to the M20 mine, he'd be in a lot better position. And it's probably well worth that trade. The M20 costs a lot less than looks in terms of fuel. In terms of infantry, 4-star Orbital Commando West is looking a lot stronger. M8's going to attempt to move in. Panzerschreck once again can't seem to hit these M8s.
Capture point is being overrun.
Faust being fired off will deter this car.
Order team, ready for
Another M8 is here.
paratroopers standing by for air.
Are we going to see another Faust go off? No, canister gets fired. Volkswagen does go down there from that last 37mm shot. 50 cals going online for that M8 as well. We need to see a Raketten, but no, we got a Puma coming out as response, and he no longer has to deal with those anti-tank mines. Should be able to force away the M8 so as long as it's ganged up by both units. In terms of units, we're looking pretty well. Still got all 4 rifle squads for Americans, though they did lose their rear echelon at some point, I guess. Armored car coming out. Americans can transition their tech into major. Another rear echelon's coming online.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Talisman's doing what he can to deter these M8s, but he has nothing to actually finish them out. He needs to get that Puma down there. Mortar is also here. We'll begin bombarding. 50 cal is going to begin setting up. Puma is going to be exposing itself. Will be revealed. Trying to move up for those grenades, but he's charging forward. Not sure what he's doing here. AP's actually been loaded on the 50 cal, getting a bit more damage. Puma's also been forced back. ISG going to be coming online to bring down that church. Kamash is sitting on a ton of fuel since he's had map control the entire game ever since those M8s arrived, and no Raketans have been built to respond. Mainly relying on pure Panzer Shreks and Faust, but they don't do enough damage. And he has nothing to really hunt them down with those vehicle crews. Folks take heavy damage, lose 3 models. We'll be forcing back all those units down the south. I think Talisman needs to make a big push up north and keep his units consolidated. He can't keep spreading out his entire army. If his army keeps spreading out anymore, it's just going to be picked away by these M8s. And now the building's going to be taken. Flame grenade, no, infiltration grenades going off. Folks can now jump back into the building. The armored cars are back for more. Panzer Trek is moving up. Rifles are suppressed and mortars are barraging. ISG is online. We'll get a nice shot on that M8. Is barraging now. Alright, hasn't hit the mortar team just yet. Paratroopers are now being dropped in. Air Combat Group, 475, 125 munitions. Trades a lot of the manpower costs for... Or costing a lot more munitions in the process. This doctrine is very munitions heavy when you need to equip those Greyhounds with their weapons. As well as Pathfinder artillery on all the other stuff for it. The only thing that doesn't cost you munitions is the first ability, which is forward observers. It's just the passive.
G-18 howitzers stand ready to fire.
ISG has a very long reload, needs to fire. Should probably be focusing on bringing down the church tower. Jaegers are being deployed. Some sort of elite infantry. Someone got sniped. I think that was one of the paratroopers. Bazookas hit the stern pioneers, but damage reduction on the anti-tank weapons means they won't be taking that much damage from direct bazooka hit. Needs to move up and get healed though. Those grenadiers going to force away these rear echelon. ISG is also firing, could land a nice hit here. Lands a little short, however. Needs to be focused on barraging this church, however. Grenadiers going to take cover here. Riflemen have no weapon upgrade, so they're not going to scale that well. No weapon racks either. All the munitions have been going into the various things for this doctrine. Could be seeing the paratroopers get a weapon upgrade. M1919s are going to be coming online. Could see a scout car go down here. Now it gets taken out by a Faust. That's one M8 down, so that's going to be a nice victory there. Our mortar lands a nice hit on the Vokes. They land a flame grenade on the paratroopers, forcing them out of the way. And our Ober Commando West player may finally be able to push out. But these Vokes are going to need some healing. The M1919s will be coming online shortly. ISG, I think, actually smoked off the center. Now it's on the barrage. That's a nice hit there. M8 down the south. Forcing away Vokes. Jaegers need some healing. May go for those infiltration grenades and be careful, there is a mortar in the area. Jaegers begin to pull back. White phosphorus is being lobbed at the MG. Will block line of sight. Landing a bit short, however. Rifles will jump into that building. Looks like the other M8 will be taken out. Yuma is looking straight at it. There goes both M8s, so we're going to a small victory there for Ober Command West. However, this truck line's being attacked. His G's under fire. Doesn't want that. Get still. Needs units to come in and respond. Get the Kuba wagon firing as well. ISG's going to go down here. Very low health, and he's not reinforcing off the truck. ISG, however, will get recruited quite shortly, right beside the truck. Sturm Pioneers holding position here. Paris took some damage. Looks like the Volks managed to cause some good damage on them, forcing them away. Sturm Pioneers need to refocus on these paratroopers. Gonna see a grenade go off. Nice dodge there. Americans are starting to fold here. Or do we have any major tech coming online? Don't have the manpower for it. Actually, no, major is coming online. Go and see tanks arriving for the Americans. Also have the artillery. Ostwind's being called in. I'm not sure if it's a really good choice, but I guess he can't wait for that Schwerpanzer headquarters in the next vehicle. But he's going to be fighting armor with pretty much. He's going to have to deal with armor with just Sturm Pioneers and maybe Raketans. Well, it does with the Puma, I guess, as well. Kubo is getting out of there. MG-34 has been destroyed on that thing. 57 has opened up. 50 cal could go down here. 50 cal does go down. Ostwind will back out. Sturm Pioneers still holding the building, being deterrent to anything that's armored and maybe infantry that get too close. Volks Grenadiers move on. This paratrooper squad, not sure why they didn't heal up. They're very low health now. 50 cal has been recruited. However, the anti-tank gun line is going to be assaulted. Now he's going to shift over to the mortar. May attempt to salvage the looks now. Not sure why Comash didn't destroy it, but maybe wants to keep that cover. Also, there's a bazooka here that no one's picked out. I guess nobody's noticed because it's hiding in the hedge. These folks need to stop salvaging and begin opening up. We'll begin pulling back. Ostwind needs repairs. Or Sturm Pioneers. Volks moving down to the south. AT grenade does hit the Puma, but nothing's going to be able to run it down. Kuba wagon moving up. We'll fight these rear echelon. Jaegers are moving up. MG-34 is going to take this building. Do we have mechanics on the trucks? Yes, we do. Sturm Pioneers are also here. Vehicles will be back in action very quickly. Sturm Pioneers are Vet 2, giving them increased repair, kind of compensating for the fact they lose some of the repair with the Panzer Shrek. ISG still firing. Jaeger infantry may take down this rear echelon squad. They got a lucky snipe. The guy's probably down into the crit threshold. Rear echelon does get sniped. He's dead. He's gone. There he is on the ground with all his buddies. Alright, paratroopers with bazookas are moving up. Under fire from the Ostwind. Major Artie, did he try to throw it on the barrage? Well, he's dead. So it doesn't really matter at this point. I think he tried to, but he was way too far forward. Alright. Ostwind's relocating. Not sure what we're going to see for Americans. They don't have enough manpower to get out the tanks. Our Commander West now is a very strong position. We'll begin pushing out. Jaeger's now moving up to capture as well. Ostwind rolling up. We'll attack ground, I think. 57 hour will land a hit on the Ostwind. Most Rangers have decapped the field in the south. We'll be holding off any riflemen. Riflemen still don't have their weapon upgrades, and the parents don't have enough veterancy. And they're getting out of the base early before they can get fully healed up, and they don't have their Vet 2 yet. Grenades have been researched. Interesting. Could lose the Sturm Pioneer squad here. We'll barely get out there. Vet 3. Did we lose one of the paratrooper squads? I think we did. Bazooka squad has gone down. Will be picked up by the riflemen. Looks Grenadiers doing a great job holding their positions. Ostwind's now also relocating. We got no more of those light anti-tank mines to defend the flanks. Ostwind's tower, is it actually aiming? No. It's aiming for the guy in the cluster at the center. Howard, they're behind heavy cover. Eventually it's going to kill the wreck at least. Well, it's killed one guy. Ostwind's almost going to be vet 1. Ostwind's attack grounding through the hedge. 50 cal will be forced back. Flame grenade going off. Folks, Grenadiers are vet 5, having ousted multiple M8s and shot them up. And shot up a lot of infantry. For EPs, as our announcer is saying, we're at 298 to 251. Things are looking a bit brighter for Over Command West. Gonna have a triple cap soon. Ostwind just rolls right through the point. We'll begin moving forward. Needs to be careful. Anti-tank grenades from the rifleman could cause havoc. Won't be able to run down that squad. No one has grabbed that bazooka still. Not sure if anyone knows because it is in a weird position. Kind of blocked by the trees if you're just in your normal view. Our Sherman's here. Gonna need a blitzkrieg out of there. He is on the road, but the Sherman's also on the road, and Sherman's quite fast. Our Panzerschreck and Volks are here to support. We got damage on the Sherman. Panzerschreck gonna keep moving forward. Smoke's being fired. Puma's now moving in to respond. Shrek fires and lands a nice hit. Puma's moving on the flank. 57's not facing, and we got no infantry support. They'll be dealing with the Volks on the road. Oh, there goes our Sherman. Gonna have a vet 4 Sturm Pioneer if he eventually fires that rocket. But no, the Puma will steal that kill. 57 is going to be taken out by the Volk squad. Kamash just doesn't have the strong infantry to fight these Volks Grenadiers. He hasn't upgraded his riflemen with BARs, and the Volks are reaching their vet 4 and 5. Like, even though the Volks have lower survivability, they have a lot of firepower. Of course, they're fighting a triple rifleman squad at point blank. That's still not going to go well for them, simply because their M1 Grand's a pretty good rifle at short. Bazooka does land a nice hit on Ostwind, but Ostwind's going to retaliate and start causing health damage and then eventually model losses. ISG standing by, we'll be ready to move. Ostwind opening up, riflemen moving back in, ready with their bazooka. Kamash has so much fuel though, not sure he's going to spend another Sherman. Ostwind couldn't get a kill here, takes out a rifleman squad. Bazooka's now coming around the hedge. Kubo's still alive and being annoyed, capturing all the things. And just zips out of there like nothing's happening. Volks Grenadiers with the Sturm Pioneers are moving up. Poor guy gets hit by a mortar shell, no one's going to help him. And Kubo Egan's blocking the Ostwind. However that works. Talisman's looking a bit better. His Schwer truck is going up and he's buying medium panzer authorization. Schwer truck is a lot cheaper to purchase. We get those Obers out a bit earlier, however. And same price when you add in an authorization. 260 for truck deployment, then you add the truck, well, 160 for truck deployment, 115 for the truck itself, and 160 for the actual tanks, which is on the same price of all the other vehicles. Obers are now arriving, gonna have a lot more infantry firepower. Not sure if Talisman needs it at this point. He has a very strong infantry army. Though, not when Sturm Pioneers are leading the charge against vetted riflemen. Another Sherman has arrived. However, Ostwind could go down here, vet 2. More anti-tank grenades are landing. Stun grenade goes off. Frag grenade goes off. Ostwin could go down here. Sherman could dive in. No support for this. Raketin is standing by. Lands a nice hit on that Sherman. Our Puma's going to move in, but we still got the 57 facing down. No one is moving to clear it. We got a lot of Volksgrenadiers here, going to make the retreat path very dangerous for the Sherman. Faust are standing by. All of these riflemen are being forced back, and Comash's army is shrunk drastically. All support weapons, but the 57 are dead. Meanwhile, the Ober Commando West grows stronger and stronger with each passing minute. Ostwin misses that shot, strangely enough. Sherman could go down. One more shot from the Puma will kill it. But he misses. Could snipe the ambulance, no? The rifleman with the bazooka are going in. Our Sherman's going to need a bit of time to get some repairs, even though the vehicle crews do have vet. Vehicle crew may die here, but I don't think it really cares. They're just kind of an add-on. But we'll make it back to base. Oberts are here, moving up to capture. I have no idea how that debris went through our screen, but hey, we'll go with it anyways. Not sure what tank Talisman's gonna buy. Needs to get this Puma repaired, however. Could see some salvaging going on in this M8 husk. Sherman's under fire, being hunted by the Puma. Does get taken out, so that's pretty much another tank down for Comash, and now his fuel reserves are running dry. Can build another Sherman, but he's actually going to call it now. Things were looking pretty good for Comash there. Not sure what happened. He had those double M8s, but when he eventually lost them, his army began to really crumple. He went for too many M8s. I think the one was just enough, but then again, the two M8s did pretty well. Still, the moment they did fold, the superior infantry of Oberkommando West began to show, because the paratroopers didn't have their veterancy. The bazooka team's not really good against fighting other infantry. And even though he got those double M1919s, and well, Talisman at least managed to get all his vet back up despite losing a lot of units early on. And of course, it's really hard to break the truck positions regardless. There's unless you got a pack outs or something. But anyways, I will shut up about this thing. We'll move on to our next game. Move into our next game of the series. And Mirage Flow, we'll be seeing you all next time. Alright, I have no idea what I'm saying.